A massive magnet dropped out of the sky and clamped right onto the roof of the prison transport. The keys and firearms inside were instantly yanked over. The prisoner seized the moment and killed the guards, and then the entire vehicle was pulled into midair by the magnet. I knew something was wrong and jumped out of my car to intercept. What I didn't expect was a gunman standing on top of the magnet, spraying bullets at every officer who got close. The driver was killed on the spot. The passenger seat officer had no choice but to leap from the height just to stay alive. In the blink of an eye, the prison transport was hoisted onto a rooftop. One of the hijackers planted explosives on the door and knocked twice on the window. The prisoners shoved the dead guard out of the way, followed the hijackers onto a zip line they'd set up in advance, and made it cleanly to the rooftop across the street. By the time I got there with my team, all that was left was a blown-up vehicle. I immediately ordered a lockdown of the surrounding area, but the hijackers had released multiple decoys dressed in prison jumpsuits to throw us off. The real prisoner had already changed into a suit and walked away. He ran into two officers on a perimeter sweep the moment he pulled out of the parking garage. He floored it and slammed right into the male officer, sending him flying. The female officer was about to call for backup when the prisoner got out and grabbed her as a hostage. This prisoner was John, a major Mexican drug lord. He was supposed to be on his way to prison, but his crew broke him out in rapid. I rounded up a room full of decoys and interrogated them one by one. Got nothing useful. Through surveillance footage, we spotted John fleeing in a sports car with the female officer as his hostage. My colleague told me that car had serious power under the hood. No standard patrol vehicle could keep up. On top of that, John himself was a trained racing driver, which made capturing him even harder. John was Mexican, so I figured he'd definitely try to cross back into his home country. We set up roadblocks along the way. Sure enough, John showed up before long. He punched the gas and charged straight ahead. Officers tried to block him with their vehicles, but John drifted right through the barricade and blew past every layer of our perimeter. I sent a helicopter after him, but with a hostage in the car, we couldn't risk opening fire. He was closing in on the border, but there's a massive canyon between the U.S. and Mexico. How was he going to drive across that? What I didn't know was that earlier in the day, his men had already arrived at a small border town, planning to seize a rancher's land to build a steel bridge for John's crossing. But the rancher was a stubborn man. Not only did he refuse, he fired a shotgun blast into the ground as a warning. When negotiations fell apart, John's lieutenant, Fuentes, had him killed. That night, the local sheriff, Arnold, got a call and rushed to the scene with his deputies. After examining the body, Arnold determined it was a long-range sniper kill, and this wasn't the primary crime scene either. While he was searching for leads, I called and told him John might be passing through his town. After hanging up, Arnold figured the rancher's death was connected to John. Meanwhile, I set up another roadblock, completely unaware that a crisis was barreling straight toward us.